Member Howard Shook and Councilmember Amir Faroki. Let's go ahead and move forward with the adoption of the agenda. I move to adopt. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Winston. Please open that vote.
The vote is open. The vote is closed. The agenda is adopted.
5 yeas, 0 nays. And we go ahead and move forward with the approval of the meeting minutes. Oh, we did not have a quorum last meeting, so we will not have, the minutes will be adopted during full council. So let's go ahead and move forward to the adoption of the full council agenda. I motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Winston. Please open the vote.
The vote is open. The vote is closed. 5 yeas, 0 nays. The full council agenda is adopted.
Thank you so much. And I believe we have one public speaker. That's correct, Ms. McMichael?
Yes,
You have
Madam Chair.
Thank you so much. You have 3 minutes. I'll let you know when you hit the 30-second mark. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all have made a change on public comments or public speaking. I kind of think you have. I'm not sure, but I know it has been a big change away from what Maynard Jackson, when I started paying attention down here. But I'm seeing that it seemed like maybe 3 minutes for everybody now. I'm not sure. But it has been some big changes. It has not been good. And I think that we ought to be real careful when we look at making change, especially when you look at Atlanta. Atlanta is a unique place. People looked at what was happening in Atlanta as progressive action, and we should be sensitive to that. I saw a statistic the other day that Atlanta is 55% African American now. That's a big shock, a big change of action. And gentrification today is something that we ought to all be concerned about. To have a community like Atlanta and have the shine that Atlanta has had, and now we're seeing a shake up and a shake out of concerns of housing, and when you have that big impact of gentrification that we see now, you can expect sensitivity, lack of, in services. It's going to be impacted in communities that was once part of the needs of those communities. So we ought to look at gentrification today, and Atlanta has not fared so bad by being a high population of African Americans, and to see the rate of housing because of gentrification is not something that we should take pride in. It ought to be a warning sign to be careful and to bring something back on home. And this housing situation is serious. But I think that when I think about Maynard Jackson, it took courage to stand and move in the way he was moving. And it brought a lot of success to Atlanta. And now we're bringing something else.
30 seconds.
And we ought to kind of be careful of that. I got off script, but I will say that if we can just look at public engagement in the sense of going forward, of just having beginning and ending with public comment, because citizens sometimes can't get here until at the end of the agenda. So to say that spot, I think it'd be good. Other than that, it's not easy staying on script. But anyway, hopefully we'll get back to having the beginning and end. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Shakir. Moving on to our agenda, Ms. Miltresa, can we please take items 1 through 3 as a block?
Yes. Item 23C 5069, a communication from Mayor Andre Dickens appointing Ms. Donna Stevens to serve as a member of the Chattahoochee Brick Company Memorial Green Space and Park Board. 23C 5070, a communication from Ann Phillips, President, Atlanta Planning Advisory Board, submitting the appointment of Ms. Heather Graybill to serve as a member of the Atlanta Beltline Tax Allocation District Advisory Committee. This appointment is for a term of 2 years. 23C 5721, a communication from Mayor Andre Dickens appointing Mr. Darren Sims to serve as a member of the Chattahoochee Brick Company Memorial Green Space and Park Board.
Thank you so much. All of these items were found favorable out of the respective committees, and I move to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Winston. Let's please open that vote. Oh, and before I forget, we have been joined by Councilmember Andrea Boone. Thank you. Thank you. So yes, please open that vote.
The vote is open. The vote is closed. 6 yeas, 0 nays. These items were accepted.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 4. Ms. McMichael, would you please sound that off?
23R 3806, a resolution by Councilmember Jason Dozier appointing Mr. Noah Downer to serve on the Municipal Market Board of Directors for a term of 2 years, scheduled to begin upon the approval of this resolution and for the purposes.
Thank you. We have, I'll go ahead and move to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilmember Winston. Let's please open that vote.
The vote is open. The vote is closed. 6 yeas, 0 nays. This item is favorable.
Thank you so much. I believe item number 5, we are, if you want to go ahead and read that off, Ms. McMichael, and then I'll go ahead and make that announcement.
23R 3807, a resolution by Committee on Council appointing, no name listed, to the Fulton County Board of Health as the City Council appointee for a term of 6 years, said term to begin upon approval of this resolution and for other purposes.
Thank you. A reminder, colleagues, that the resumes of the nominees were sent to all council members and will be substituted in full council after voting. So I move to approve, or motion to forward with no recommendation. Seconded by Councilmember Winston. Let's please open the vote. Sorry for my
The vote is open.
inability to speak this morning. I haven't had enough coffee.
The vote is closed. This item is favorable, forwarded with no recommendation.
Thank you so much. Moving on to our regular agenda, Ms. McMichael, would you please sound off item number 6?
23-0-1326, an ordinance by Committee on Council to amend City of Atlanta Code of Ordinances, Section 66-2, precinct boundary lines and polling places by amending the 2017 precincts and polling places ordinance in Fulton County precincts listed herein due to facilities being unavailable and precinct location mergers and for the purposes. Madam Chair, there is an amendment to attach the specific polling places and the changes.
Thank you. A motion to amend? Seconded by Councilmember Winston.
The vote is open. The vote is closed. This item is amended.
Second. So we have a motion to adopt as amended by Councilmember Farokhi, seconded by myself. Let's go ahead and open that vote.
The vote is open. The vote is closed. 6 yeas, 0 nays. This item is favorable as amended.
And please correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. McMichael, but I believe that concludes our agenda.
Yes, Madam Chair.
On to general remarks. Does anyone have anything they would like to add? No? And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you.